If you want to stay up to date with what's happening over here at D&D Sports, check us out on all our different social media.
Hey D&D Sports fans, welcome back to another week of what's new in the RC shop. And as you can see, the week's starting off pretty good. We got 7 boxes here to open up today. Let's start with the small box in front. So you'll see the warning on the side there, so you know that this is LiPo batteries. So it's a 5,000 milliamp 2-cell LiPo, and this should be the same thing. So that'll be it for that box. Alright guys, the next smaller box looks like it will be all parts in here. We'll set these off to the side and we'll end up going through them all. Alright, so let's look in this other one. This looks like it's going to be a couple bodies on top there. That is a pretty cool Rustler 4x4 VXL body. Some Max bodies. Let's go ahead and start pulling all these out. I'm not sure what's underneath the bodies. Alright, so I pulled out a whole pile of bodies. We got a couple new ones in there. You got a couple of the E-Revos. So you got the orange and purple E-Revo and the black E-Revo, but we'll look at all those in a minute. And also down in that box was a whole bunch of tires, and it looks like maybe an X-Max chassis. So we'll pull all of that stuff out. Alright, we're down to 4 boxes. Let's go check out this one up on top here. And I had removed a bunch of paper out of this one so we didn't make a lot of noise. So it looks like this one might be all parts. I might take that back. There's a body underneath there. Max Performance parts. Max Performance parts. Set of tires for a TRX4. And a clear Raptor body, which would fit on your Slash chassis. Alright guys, let's look inside this one. Looks like there's a TRX4 Blazer and a Raptor, the Fox Edition Raptor. Okay, 2 big boxes left. These usually have trucks in them. Let's see what we got in here. Looks like there's a TRX4 chassis kit and a 1/16 E-Revo. And underneath the 1/16 E-Revo looks like there's a Rustler 4x4, possibly a VXL. We'll pull all those out. Alright guys, in the bottom of that box what you didn't see was another 1/16 E-Revo, but we'll have that here in a few minutes when we look at all the trucks together. And we got 1 big box left. And it looks like there is 2 TRX4 Broncos and a green Max. Not sure if there's anything underneath that area of peanuts or not, but we'll check it out. Alright guys, so that's all the trucks that we got this week. It's probably one of our largest unboxings we've ever done. So down in the bottom corner we have a Max that is green in color. We got 2 Ford Broncos, 1 red, 1 sunset. In the middle, TRX4 chassis kit. 2 1/16 E-Revo VXLs, 1 of each color, the blue and the purple. Got the Ford Raptor, the K5 Chevy Blazer, and that is red. And then the Rustler 4x4 VXL, and that is the blue and green. So that is all the trucks we received. So let's go check out the parts. guys, so we're going to start the parts war, and this week we're going to start off a little light. This is the Slash and Raptor section. So all we have is a Raptor body and a Raptor bumper. That's it for the Slash and Raptor. So I wanted to ask you guys, in the parts war, are we including bodies in this? So you've seen a ton of Max bodies. I got a pile of bodies in this week, so I didn't know if you want me to include them or just keep them separate. And tires also, you'll see a lot of Sledgehammer tires are back in stock. So let's dive on into the Rustler next. Alright guys, so here we go with the Rustler stuff. Look at that pile of Sledgehammer tires. That's part number 6792. I think we got 6 sets of them in. Back here is a really cool black and blue Rustler 4x4 VXL body. That is part number 6717X. And that of course comes with the wing and the roof skid plate. And parts up here, drive shaft. 6721, 6728. Those are the roof rack and the rear wing. 6878, that's transmission for the Rustler 4x4s. Okay guys, that is it for the Rustler. Let's do the E-Revo next. Alright guys, not a lot here for the E-Revo, but man, look at that lineup of bodies. We have the blue one, the orange one, or the purple, I guess you can call it. And if you guys have not seen this one yet, this is the what they call Murder Black Edition. So you're only able to get that car with that body at your local hobby shop. So you're not allowed, the dealers are not allowed to sell that, and it's for Traxxas exclusive stores. Stores like my own that only sell Traxxas stuff in the store. So if somebody comes in and absolutely wants another product, I can order it. But when you walk into my store, all you see is Traxxas stuff. And of course, a clear 8611. So the 3 bodies, I didn't have any of those in stock. So that is a new stock for us. I think we had some other colors, but not the blue and the orange. And then of course, some colored A-arms and a set of skid plates. And that is it. Now, we do have another order coming in this week, so we're going to be adding to the parts war, so you guys are going to have to keep in mind what we got going on here so far, and then when we do the unboxing later on in the week, we'll add to the parts. Alright guys, with the E-Revo stuff off the table, we now have the Max, and if you look at that body lineup across the back, it just so happens that we needed to order the clear, the orange, and the green, and the black and red down the bottom to the far right. But what we didn't have in stock, and it's a new release for Traxxas, is this bright red body, okay, which is pretty cool looking. Another paint scheme available for your Max. So 5 different color Max bodies across the back. Here we got some C-hubs, axle carriers. Those are the aluminum parts for the Max. We got 8999R, so if you did a wide max and you happen to break anything in the wide max kit, we got every part in stock to replace all those wide max kits if something were to break. Steel drive shafts. If you wanted those, here's some plastic. Toe links, that's the word I was looking for. Roof skid plate, and then you have the underneath skid plates. Another set of toe links. These are the aluminum toe links to replace your plastic ones. So that is it for the Max for this order. Alright guys, so here is the TRX4 stuff. I mean, there's quite a bit here on the table so far this week. 8215s, you see those in every episode. 8119, you see those all the time too. 8057. So if you have a short wheelbase and you want to make it into a long wheelbase, that would be the set you need, the 8057. These are kind of neat. They're a heavy rubber that can be trimmed down. So if you wanted to fill up a gap between a body that you put on and your TRX4 fender flares, you just add these and then trim the rubber back to kind of add some protection up underneath the body to keep some of that debris from getting up into your electronics. Here's a part that people have been asking for, 8020A. So the 8020X is the chrome one, but the 8020A, that is the black in color. Those only came out on the Land Rover editions, and no, I'm sorry, they only came out on the G500, and it took them a while to produce just the black. So now if you wanted black to replace your red or chrome, we have the black in stock. All right, a couple other parts here, and that is it for the TRX 4 series. Okay guys, a few parts for the Stampede Rustler. So your gearbox halves there, the same as the black. Wheelie bar, these are kind of neat to set your gear meshing. That's part number 3790. And a couple tie bars across the back there. But that is it for the Stampede Rustler. Alright guys, on the table is the X-Max. So just the mammoth size of some of these parts. Look at the size of this chassis compared to like a Slash chassis. And that's only the middle section. You got the front and rear sections back here. Now I didn't have these in stock, but some of you remember last week the guy that wanted pretty much a replacement of just about all the parts on his X-Max, he ordered this stuff. So you guys are right. I think he does ultimately want to be able to rebuild a whole X-Max in his parts toolbox. I'm learning, I'm pretty sure he has more than one X-Max that him and his son or another family member end up running together. So some of these parts, like I said, this is just absolutely huge. The front and rear part of the chassis, and some of these are all just restock also that we sold throughout the week. The caster blocks here, the rear casters, bumper supports, A-arms, wheelie bar. I didn't have this in stock, but he did want a replacement wheelie bar, so we got that in stock. So of course that is the X-Max stuff, guys, and like I said, it's just big. Alright guys, and the last group of stuff we have for the parts war for this order is just the miscellaneous stuff. So if you look at what we have here, the 3025, that's your XL5 speed controller, so there's a couple of those to replace. Some stuff that I've been working on, my own stuff and customer, we needed those. There's some diff lube and some shock oils in here, some bearings, some gears, tire glue, some batteries. If you want to rebuild your Millennium motor, that is part number 3352. There is a fan, speed controller fan. There's those 2-cell 5,000 milliamp batteries. Like I said, some gears, some rubber of the bladders for inside your shocks. Okay guys, so that is it for this order. Like I said, we do have one more coming in this week, so hopefully we can get it onto the channel and see who wins the parts war this week. It's Thursday afternoon and I got one box, which is not Traxxas. I'm scheduled for a Traxxas order which will be delivered later today, but this box here is from my Proline distributor. Already broke the tape, and as you can see, a whole bunch of Proline tires. There's another Proline body in there, bags of stuff. Alright, let's just pull it all out and see what we got. Alright, everything out of the box, you can see mostly all Proline stuff. Now, I had a lot of people asking for different shock fluids. So you'll see the bottles lined up in the back there. We'll go over all that here in a minute, but this is a lot of new product for me. So this first one is the 1969 Chevy Nova drag body. And then beside it is the Octane body. That is also a drag car. So the drag series is starting to become popular. And with summer here, hopefully we can get out and get into gatherings and groups and be able to have our drag races this year. So I figured I'd grab a couple of those just to make sure that we had them in time for the season. So we have some BF Goodrich crawler tires, and then BF Goodrich Mud Train tires. Those are both for 1.9. And back there, that's a replacement for the drag slicks. Up front here, we have body mounts. These are for /4x4. There's like 4 packs of them. That is part number 6087-00. And along with those, we've been selling a ton of these. Those are the thumb screws for the body mounts. I'm going to assume people are losing them, so that's why I've been selling a ton of them. Back here, we keep selling them every time we get them, so I got 2 sets this time. The oversized X-Max rear axle carriers. And then let's go over the fluids in the back there. So you'll see it's Team Associated, and I picked up pretty much one of every weight: 15, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 70. And at the very end there was the one that I was originally stocking. That is from Flashpoint, and so they do theirs a little bit differently. They measure theirs in CST, and that is a 550 weight. So that's somewhere between the 40 and 45. You see down there on the bottom, that 500 CST. So that's somewhere in between there. And I also grabbed a couple of these other little greases as long as I was ordering. Team Associated Diff Lube, Team Associated Black Grease, Silicone Grease, and their green slime. So I just wanted to have a variety more of fluids available to the customers. So you guys will be able to find all these here over on our eBay store. Check it out. I'll put the link in the description. And we're just waiting for a large order from Traxxas, and then that'll finish off the week. That's Thursday afternoon, guys, and we got 5 boxes in today, and I had to open one because it was completely destroyed. As you can see, it must have been with that other box there. But I had to make sure the product wasn't damaged. So in that box was a 2S completer pack, which includes a Easy Peak charger and one 5800 milliamp 2-cell LiPo battery, and on top of that you'll see 2 more of those same batteries. This box here that has the damage to it, let's take a look at that. That's all going to be parts. Looks like there's a body in there. Hopefully it's not damaged. I'll have to make sure those aren't damaged. And some more parts. We'll empty that all out. Check it out. Let's look at this box up top here. And that is a 4x4 Rustler. Alright, in the last 2 boxes, a bag of parts, more parts, lots of bodies, rear body. And a light kit for a X-Max. Alright, and let's jump over here to the big box, which is usually trucks in here. Let's see what we got. We got a blue TRX4 Sport. We got a Slash 4x4. And a Rustler 4x4. Let's pull all that out and check them out. Alright, so here's all the trucks that was in that order. Got a Rustler 4x4 VXL, a blue TRX4 Sport, and in the bottom of that big box was a 1/16 E-Revo. And then you got a Slash 4x4 and a Rustler 4x4. And then a few batteries that you guys had already seen. Alright guys, you see me unopen the boxes. So what I did this week is I kind of separated all the parts already. So what you're looking at here is the 77 series, which is all your X-Max stuff. As you can see, all across here, it's easy to me to determine the X-Max stuff because it's quite a bit larger than the rest. A lot of the gears and stuff they use are not used by any other truck. So you see the gears there, 7792 and 7779. No other truck uses those, so it's easy for me to determine which ones are used. Later in the video, you'll see where we have gears and things that are used by multiple different trucks. So this is what we got for the X-Maxx to finish off the parts war for this week. All right, the next group of parts we have is for your TRX4. We'll start back here in the back. These are the new 8877s. Those are tracks, and they have the D-plugs in them. Next part is the 8120, so that is your sport rack. Now the 8120 does not have any of the accessories on it. If you want the rack with the accessories, it is 8120X. And we got a spare tire for Ford Bronco. Light kits, 8897. That is your 2 additional rock lights. So if you have a TRX6, you'll need 8897 to add the 2 extra lights for the back set of the 6x6 tires. And if you're looking to build your own, 8829, that's a TRX6 chassis rail. And we've been selling a bunch of those 8215s, and these finally come back in stock, the 8138. Those are the push bumper for the Chevy Blazer. All right, guys, so that is everything for the TRX4, and we're going to look at the Rustler stuff. All right, guys, not a lot on the table for the Rustler and the Rustler 4x4. Now, this would be the 4x4 and the 4x4 VXL. Set of tires, 6773X. 6738 front body post. Got a skid plate for the roof, 6728. A couple drive shafts, and a green wing, 6721. And that is it for the Rustler. Up next, we have the Traxxas Max. So let's start in the back there. 8911, that is the clear body. There's 3 of those. One with the orange body, the red body, and the green body. And there's 2 of the red ones. That's a new color, that's 8911P. And up front here we have the 8999 is for the Wide Max kit. And you'll notice right beside the 8930, that's the regular A-arms. Set of hubs, blue wheelie bar, and 8940X, which is the suspension pin set, along with the screws, so that is the hardened pin set to replace what came in the truck from the factory. Alright, guys, the next one is going to be the Stampede Bigfoot Slash. Not a whole lot of parts here. We got some wheelie bars for the Stampedes. We got a Bigfoot body, clear 3660. We got some colored A-arms, 3655. That's a Bigfoot bumper, Bigfoot grill, 3656, and right beside it is a Ford Raptor grill. So that is it for the 2-wheel drive slash Stampede. All right, guys, and the last truck that we have before we look at all the miscellaneous parts is the Revo. So you'll see a lot of the same parts. They seem to come around every week, the same parts. I don't know if they're common parts that break or if it's just what it is, but 8629, 8630, those are your bulkheads. Your skid plates, 8637. Sell a ton of that stuff. Well, guys, that's all I got for this week. Leave down in the comments, which truck do you think won the parts war this week? And if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button, turn the bell on so you get notified anytime we release new videos. Thanks for watching.